Hello students, let us see the problem set of second lesson. Question first is MCQ question. Out of the following, which is the Pythagorean triplet? Now for this, you have to identify 1, 5, 10 can be a Pythagorean triplet. No, because 10 square 100, 5 square 25, 1 square 1. 25 plus 1, 26. Now 2, 2, 2 also cannot be Pythagorean triplet. 5, 5, 2 also cannot be Pythagorean triplet. 3, 4, 5 can be a Pythagorean triplet because 5 square is 25, 4 square 16, 3 square 9. 16 plus 9, 25. So by converse of Pythagoras theorem, you will get 3, 4, 5 as a Pythagorean triplet. Second question. In a right angle triangle, if sum of the squares of sides making right angle is 169, then what is the length of the hypotenuse? Now in this question, they have given that suppose we'll consider triangle ABC as right angle triangle. Sum of the squares of sides making right angle. So which are the sides making right angle here? AB and BC. Their sum and squares is equal to 169 and you have to find the hypotenuse. That means AC square is equal to 169 because by Pythagoras theorem AC will be the hypotenuse. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC square will be 169, AC will be under root 169, that is equal to 30. Okay. Now let us see the other questions. Question number 3. Out of the dates given below, which date constitutes a Pythagorean triplet? Again here you have to take the largest side square is equal to square of the remaining two sides. So use the converse of Pythagoras theorem and find out which can be the Pythagorean triplet. Then fourth question, if A, B, C are the sides of triangle A square plus B square is equal to C square, name the type of triangle. That means here you get hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So this triangle will be a right angled triangle. So C option is correct. Then fifth question, find the perimeter of square if its diagonal is 10 root 2. Suppose you consider this as a square and diagonal of the square they have given 10 root 2. You have to find the sides. Now in case of a square, all sides are congruent. So if you consider one side as x, other side also will be x. This angle will be 90 degree. Apply Pythagoras theorem, you will get x square plus x square is equal to 10 root 2 the whole square. X square plus x square 2x square is equal to 100 into 2. 10 square 100, root 2 square 2. So 2x square is equal to 200. X square is equal to 200 upon 2, that is 100. So x will be equal to under root 100, that is 10. So side of the square will be equal to 10 in this case. Then sixth question, altitude on the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle divides it in two parts of lengths 4 cm and 9 cm. Find the length of the altitude. Now altitude is dividing the right angle triangle into two parts. Suppose this is right angle triangle. A, B, C is right angle triangle. And the altitude which is on the hypotenuse of right angle triangle. That means suppose this is the altitude. BP is the altitude. And it is dividing into two parts. Length of those two parts is 4 cm and 9 cm. Find the length of the altitude. Suppose this is 9 cm and this is 4 cm. BP you have to find. Again BP you can find by using Pythagoras theorem. That is, now this angle is 90 degrees. So BC will be the hypotenuse. BC square is equal to BP square plus PC square. Substitute the values. PC as 4, BC as 9 and find out BP. Okay. Then next, 7th question. Height and base of a right angle triangle are 24 and 18. Find the length of the hypotenuse. In 7th question, suppose the right angle triangle is PQR. The height and the base are 24 and 80. So height is 24 and base is 80. And you have to find the length of the hypotenuse. PR you have to find. So again here by Pythagoras theorem you will get PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. Substitute the values, PQ as 24 and QR as 18. Solve this, you will get the value of the hypotenuse. Now 8th question. In triangle ABC, AB is equal to 6 root 3. AC is equal to 12. BC is equal to 6. Find the measure of angle A. Now again here apply converse of Pythagoras theorem. That means which is the greatest side? AC. So let us take whether we get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC they have given 12. So 12 square is equal to AB 6 root 3 the whole square and BC 6 square. 12 square 144, 6 root 3 square, 6 square 36, root 3 square 3 plus 6 square 36. Now 36 into 3, 6 3 is 18, 3 3 is 9 plus 1 10, 108 plus 36. Now 108 plus 36 comes out to be 144. Hence we get 144 is equal to 144. We get LHS equal to RHS and hence it is a right angle triangle. Now which angle is 90 degree? So construct it. AC is the hypotenuse and angle B will be here. So angle B comes out to be 90 degree. They have asked you measure of angle A. Now angle B will be 90 degree. What will be angle C? Because AB is 6 root 3. BC is 6 and AC they have given 12. Now here you also can apply 30 60 90 property. What is 30 60 90 property? The side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse. So AB is 6 root 3. That means it is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse. So angle C is 60 degree. And the remaining angle A will be 30 degree. Because side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 12. So side opposite to 30 degree BC is 6. Means it is half of the hypotenuse. So angle A will be 30 degree. Okay. Now let us see second example. Now question second first. Find the height of an equilateral triangle having side 2A. Suppose this is an equilateral triangle PQR and height of the equilateral triangle, suppose PA is the height. They have given height to be 2A and you have to find the side of the equilateral triangle, means PQ or PR or QR you have to find. Now this angle is 90 degree, means this angle is also 90 degree. In case of a equilateral triangle, every angle is of measure 60 degree. So if you consider angle Q is equal to 60 degree, this angle. So what is the property of 30 60 90? Side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse. Okay. Now AP is 2A. So AP is equal to root 3 upon 2 multiplied by hypotenuse. Here it will be PQ. But AP they have given us 2A. So 2A is equal to root 3 upon 2 multiplied by PQ. Cross multiply, you will get 4A upon root 3 is equal to PQ. Correct? So you will get PQ is equal to 4A upon root 3. Now, second question. Do sides 7 cm, 24 cm, 25 cm form a right angle triangle? Give reason. Now for this again apply converse of Pythagoras theorem. So that means you should get the larger side is 25. You should get 25 square equal to 24 square plus 7 square. Now 25 square is 625, 24 square 576, 7 square 49. 576 plus 49 comes out to be equal to 625. Hence you get LHS equal to RHS, and so it will form a right angle triangle. Then third question. Find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle having sides 11 cm and 60 cm. Now here suppose let us consider a rectangle. A, B, C, D as a rectangle. Now diagonal of the rectangle is you have to find, and the sides are 11 and 60. This diagonal AC you have to find. One of the side is 11 and the other side is 60. So how you will find? Again by using Pythagoras theorem. Angle B will be 90 degree because it is a rectangle. Each angle is of 90 degree. So you will get AC as the hypotenuse. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That means 11 square plus 60 square. 11 square will come out to be equal to 121 and 60 square 3600. So addition will be 1, 2, 7, 3. 3721. AC square will be 3721. AC will be square root of 3721. This you can find by factorization. Then question second. From question second, let us see fifth question. No, third question we have seen. Let us see fourth question. Find the length of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle if remaining sides are 9 and 12. Again here length of the hypotenuse you have to find, and the other sides they have given 9 and 12. So you are supposed to apply Pythagoras theorem. Then fifth question, a side of an isosceles right angle triangle is x, find its hypotenuse. Now for fifth question, suppose A, B, C is isosceles right angle triangle. Now what is the property in case of isosceles right angle triangle? These two sides are always equal. The sides containing 90 degree or right angle, they are always equal. So one of the side they have given x, other side also will be x, and you have to find the hypotenuse. AC you have to find. So again by Pythagoras theorem you will get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That is equal to x square plus x square. That is 2x square. So AC square will be equal to 2x square. AC will be equal to under root of 2x square. That is root 2x will be the hypotenuse. Now in sixth question, in triangle PQR, PQ is root 8, QR is root 5, PR is root 3. Is triangle PQR a right angle triangle? If yes, which angle is of 90 degree? Now again here let us see whether it is a right angle triangle by applying converse of Pythagoras theorem. So PQ is root 8. Therefore PQ square will be equal to root 8 whole square, that is 8. Then QR is root 5. Therefore QR square is equal to root 5 square 5. Then PR is root 3. So PR square will be root 3 square, that is 3. Now here if you'll see the sides are 8, 5 and 3. So you'll get PQ square is equal to 5 plus 3, that is QR square plus PR square. So you get hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So if we'll draw the diagram where PQ is hypotenuse and angle R will be of measure 90 degree, because the side which is opposite to 90 degree is always the hypotenuse. So PQ will be the hypotenuse and angle R will be of measure 90 degree. Okay. Now third question. What is third question? In third question, triangle RST, angle S is 90 degree, angle T is 30 degree and angle side RT is 12. So let us draw the triangle RST. Angle S is 90 degree, so S will be here. Suppose R is here and T is here. Then they have given RT as 12, angle T as 30 degree and angle R will be 60 degree by angle addition property. Now you are supposed to find RS and ST. So here you have to apply 30, 60, 90 theorem. Side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. So side RS will be half of hypotenuse RT is 12. Half of 12, that is 6. And ST is opposite to 60 degree. Side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse. So it will be 6 root 3. Okay. Now in fourth question, find the diagonal of a rectangle whose length is 16 centimeter and area is 192 centimeter. Now let us draw the rectangle. Suppose ABCD is a rectangle. Then they have given diagonal of the rectangle you have to find and length of the side is 16 centimeter. Suppose this AC is the diagonal, length is 16 and area they have given 192. Area is equal to 192. Now what is the formula for area of a rectangle? It is length into breadth. So length into breadth is equal to 192. But length is 16. So 16 into breadth is equal to 192. So breadth is equal to 192 upon 16. The 16 and 16 2s are 32. So breadth is equal to 12. So AC you can find by using Pythagoras theorem. As angle B is 90 degree, so you'll get use the Pythagoras theorem for triangle ABC. You'll get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, that is 12 square plus 16 square. Find out the squares, add them and again find out the square root. You'll get the answer. Now let us see fifth example. In fifth question, what is given? Triangle ABC is equilateral triangle. Segment AP is perpendicular to segment BC and AP is root 3. You are supposed to find AB and perimeter of triangle ABC. So to find AB, let us consider this triangle first, APB. As it is an equilateral triangle, so angle B will be 60 degree. Then side AP is perpendicular, so angle APB will be 90 degree and the remaining angle of the triangle will be of the measure 30 degree. So you'll get triangle APB as 30, 60, 90 triangle. So by applying 30, 60, 90 theorem, side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 of the hypotenuse. So AP will be equal to root 3 upon 2 multiplied by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AB. But AP they have given root 3. So root 3 is equal to root 3 upon 2 into AB. Cross multiply, you will get 2 into root 3 upon this root 3 is equal to AB. Root 3 will get cancelled and you will get AB is equal to 2. AB is equal to 2 means other side BC is also 2 and AC is also 2. Okay. Now let us see sixth example. In sixth question, they have given triangle ABC. AP is the median. BC is equal to 18. This side is 18. And AB square plus AC square is equal to 260. And you have to find this AP. Now BC for side BC, AP is the median. That means P is midpoint of BC. So total BC is 18 means BP will be 9 and PC also will be 9. So for this triangle you have to use Apollonius theorem. As AP is the median, so you can use Apollonius theorem. So what statement you will get by using Apollonius theorem? AB square plus AC square is 2 times AP square plus 2 times PC square. AB square plus AC square 2 times AP square plus 2 times PC square. So but AB square plus AC square they have given 260. So 260 is equal to 2 times AP you have to find and PC is 9. So 260 is equal to 2 times AP square plus 2 into 18. 260 is equal to 2 times AP square plus 36. 260 minus 36 is equal to 2 times AP square. So 2 to 4 you will get 2 times AP square. So 2 to 4 upon 2 is AP square. Reduce this and find out AP. Okay. Now let us see the next example. In next question, seventh question, they are given triangle ABC as equilateral triangle. And what is the other condition given? PC is 1/3 of BC. AB is equal to 6. As AB is 6, BC also will be 6 and AC also will be 6. As the triangle is equilateral triangle, you have to find AP. So for that, let us see this. Triangle AMC. Consider triangle AMC. In this, angle C is equal to 60 degree as it is equilateral triangle. Okay. Then let us apply the property of 30, 60, 90. This angle is 90 degree and angle CAM will be equal to 30 degree by angle addition property. So let us apply the property of 30, 60, 90. Now AB is 6 means AC is also 6. Let us find AM. AM is opposite to 60 degree. So side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 multiplied by the hypotenuse. Here hypotenuse is AC, that is 6. So you will get AM is equal to 2 root 3. Now AM we got 2 root 3. Let us find CM. How will find CM? Now PC is 1/3 BC. This is given. But BC is equal to 6. So 1 upon 3 into 6 you will get 2. So PC comes out to be equal to 2. This portion is 2. So how much will be CM? it will be half of 6, that is 3. Because in case of equilateral triangle, AM is altitude as well as median. So M will be midpoint of BC. So CM will be equal to half of 6, that is 3. So we got CM as 3 and CP we got 2. So PM, therefore PM will be 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. PM will be 1. Now we have to find AP. AM we have got 2 root 3. So consider this triangle AMP. Triangle AMP. And for this triangle, apply Pythagoras theorem. You will get AP square is equal to AM square plus PM square. AP is 2 root 3, 2 root 3 square, AM square, AP you have to find. So AP square is equal to AM is 2 root 3 and PM square 1 square. 2 root 3 square, it will be 4 into 3 plus 1. So 12 plus 1, you will get 13. So AP will be equal to root of 13. Okay. Now let us see 8th example. In 8th question, they have given triangle PMN and triangle PS is perpendicular to MN, and one more triangle PQR is given. In that, PQ side is A, PR side is A, and QR side is also A. QM is A, RN is also A. Then they have given, we have to prove that PM is equal to PN is equal to root 3 of A. Now let us consider this triangle PMR. Now in this triangle, Q will be midpoint of MR. Q is midpoint of MR because MQ is A and QR is also A. So direct will apply Apollonius theorem. By Apollonius theorem, we'll get PM square plus PR square is equal to PQ square 2 times PQ square plus 2 times QR square. Now PM we don't know. PR is A square A. PQ is also A. QR is also A. So 2A square plus 2A square will be 4A square. Therefore, PM square will be equal to 4A square minus A square. Now 4A square minus A square will be 3A square. So PM will be under root 3A square will be equal to root 3A. So PM you will get root 3A. Similarly, by considering this triangle PQN and PR as the median, again apply Pythagoras theorem, you will get PN is also equal to root 3A. Hence the proof. Now see 9th question. In 9th question, they are given quadrilateral ABCD as parallelogram. Diagonal AC and BD intersect at point M. We have to prove that AC square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square. For this, let us consider the triangle ADC. and let us take DM as the median. Now in case of a parallelogram, the diagonals are bisectors of each other. So M will be midpoint of diagonal BD and also it will be midpoint of diagonal AC. So we will get it as a median, DM as a median. So let us consider DM as median and apply Apollonius theorem. Consider triangle ADC, DM is median. So by Apollonius theorem you will get DA square plus DC square is equal to 2 times DM square plus 2 times MC square. Equation first. Similarly, consider this side, triangle ABC, and again apply here which is the median, BM is the median. Again apply Apollonius theorem. You will get BA square plus BC square is equal to 2 times BM square plus 2 times MA square. Equation second. Now add equation first and second. You will get DA square plus DC square plus BA square plus BC square is equal to 2DM square plus 2BM square. Now look here, DM and MB comes out to be equal to DB. So 2 times DM square plus 2 times BM square. DM is half of BD. So 2 DM square plus 2 BM square plus 2 MC square plus 2 MA square. Now DM is half of BD, that I'll substitute 2 into bracket half of DM is half of BD the whole square plus 2 multiplied by BM is again half of BD plus 2 MC square. Again MC is half of AC. Half of again AC the whole square. Now half square will come out to be equal to 1 by 4. So we'll get 1 by 4 BD square plus 2 into 1 by 4 BD square. Now 1 by 4 BD square plus 1 by 4 BD square and take 2 common. So it will be half BD square plus half BD square will come out to be equal to BD square. Half plus half will be equal to 1 and half AC square plus half AC square will come out to be again 1 AC square. So hence you get AD square plus CD square plus AB square plus BC square is equal to BD square plus AC square. Hence the proof. Try to solve this in your notebook and doubts we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.